Listen, do you know if you don't have a business checking account, then technically you're not in business? So in this video, I'm going to give you financial institutions that allow you to establish a business checking account, but also allow you to build business credit. So let's dive right into it. Now, if you haven't been following me, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I religiously tell you to go get a business checking account. And here's why. Most banks do not deem you a business owner if you don't have a business checking account. It doesn't matter if you filed your LLC 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but if you haven't established a business checking account, you will not get that credit for most financial institutions, right? So when you're properly structuring your business, when you get your LLC, when you get your EIN, when you get your business address, it can be a brick and mortar or a virtual office, you have to make sure the next thing you do is to establish that business checking account. Now, the real question becomes, where do I go to get this business checking account? Do I go to a national bank? Do I go to a regional bank? Do I go to a community bank, a credit union, a fintech company? You can go all the above, right? Because some banks are good for some things. For example, let's take Bluevine. Bluevine is a sponsor of this video. However, Bluevine is a fintech company, which stands for financial technology company, that allow you to get a business checking account, no matter if you're in check system. So maybe you life happens and you went through some rough time. So you no longer can go through a Chase, a Bank of America, and you can't establish that business checking account. Well, you can with Bluevine. There's no minimum fees. There's no monthly payments. There's no minimum balance, right? There's no overdraft fees, and it's 100% free. And as you establish and build that relationship, you can get other things like business line of credit. So thank you, Bluevine, for sponsoring this video. The link will be in the description if you need a free business checking account. Now, with that being said, one of the things you must do, again, to establish yourself as a business owner, to get a business checking account. But where do you go? I like to go to banks that allows me to build business credit. Now, the banks that I'm going to give you in this video today, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to give you national banks, because most national banks report to the Business Credit Bureau. You have Experian, you have Equifax Business, and you have Dun & Brad. Now, you also have Small Business Financial Chain, LexisNexis, right? So those are big key players too when you're trying to establish business credit. So most national banks are members of small business financial chains, and these business credit bureaus get their information from the small business financial chain to build you out a business credit profile. Are you tracking? So it is imperative that you go with a national banks. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have 2 or 3, 4 business checking account, but make sure one of those business checking account is a national bank. Now, there's pros and cons to have a national bank. So again, one of the pros is they do report to the Business Credit Bureau. But however, as a small business owner, they're not entirely focused on you, right? They go after the big money. But again, we're in it for a strategic strategy to make sure that we build business credit at the same time, because we want that data to build out and establish a strong fundable foundation for our business. So with that being said, now I'm about to give you the banks where I'm going to tell you each bank that reports to each Business Credit Bureau, the pros and the cons. So let's check out that video now. So building relationships with the right financial institutions put you in a better place when it comes to funding. So building a relationship can be as simple as, again, their financial products, like a secure business credit card, an unsecured business credit card, one of their merchant accounts. So as you build that relationship, that bank, that financial institution will report your data to the business credit reporting agencies. So now when other banks pull up your credit profile, your business credit profile, you will look good on paper. Because remember, credit is all about perception. Do you look good on paper? So let's look at some of the banks that will report your data to the business credit reporting agencies. One of the banks are American Express. Now, American Express does not report to Experian Business or Equifax Business, but American Express do report your data to the Small Business Financial Chain. So SBEFE stand for Small Business Financial Chain. They are a major player when it comes to banks or other, not only financial institutions, but other companies, other vendors and suppliers looking at your data to determine and see if you are a credible business, if you're worthy of receiving a line of credit with their company or some type of credit line or a line of credit with that bank. So they do report your data to the Small Business Financial Change. Now we have Chase. Chase is a big player. They're going to report to all of the major business credit report agencies. Again, Small Business Financial Change is not a business credit reporting agency. However, they're a big player. Same thing with LexisNexis. They also will report to LexisNexis. So you got Experian Business, Small Business Financial Change, Dun & Brad, and Equifax. So Chase is huge. Next, we have Citibank. Citibank is going to report to Experian Business, Small Business Financial Change, Dun & Brad, and Equifax. Next, we have US Bank. US Bank is going to report to Small Business Financial Change. And Small Business Financial Change, Dun & Bradstreet is going to go to Small Business Financial Change to collect that data. That's how that really works. So we have Truist Bank and we have PNC Bank, Small Business Financial Change. They're going to report there. Also, we have Bank of America. They're going to report to the Small Business Financial Change and Dun & Brad. Then we have Capital One. Now, Capital One is going to, again, they report to personal, some of their products. So be very mindful when you're trying to get business credit, like the Spark card. It definitely reports to, your personal credit profile. So, but they also on the business, Experian Business, Dun & Brad, Small Business Financial Change. Here's what I'm trying to say. I'm not telling you guys to go and just because they report, they still might not be the bank for you. So for example, we have Navy Federal. Navy Federal doesn't report to any other business credit bureau, but they have good products, personal lines of credit, auto loans, business credit cards. So they have good products. All they don't report. So some of these regional banks out there, really good products, but they don't report. Give you really good high limits, but they don't report to the Business Credit Bureau. So if you're looking to not only get your data reported, but also get good products, these are some of the national banks and semi-regional banks you can go to, because that trade line will be reported to the Business Credit Bureau, and it just makes you look that much better when you're trying to apply for more and more credit. So I hope this was super useful, where you can say, hey, if I go with Chase, I know they're going to report that data. If I go through Citibank, US Bank, etc., PNC Bank, they're going to report that data. So just have that in the back of your mind when you're trying to build business credit. These are financial trade lines because they are coming from financial institutions. So keep that in mind. But again, I'm going to reiterate, just because they're not reporting, that still doesn't mean that you should disregard their products, such as through credit unions and through more regional banks that's in your geographic location. I hope that makes sense. See you guys. Okay, so I hope that information was very helpful. I hope you have a better understanding now where you can go to get that business checking account, but also allows you to build business credit simultaneously. And again, you don't have to open up a business checking account with all those financial institutions, but my recommendation to make sure that you get at least one national bank. Maybe you can go with a credit union, and also you can go with a fintech company like Blue Vine. So you can do everything online with Blue Vine. It's very seamless, very easy. Get it done. Open that business checking account, and I will see you on the next video.